It's back, ladies and gentlemen. Day 5 of the 6-month crypto challenge. 1,500 to 250K. Here to guide you through these tough times. Your host, Mr. Techie.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome everyone. It has been a very interesting day. Thank you very much to Crypto Romeo for the great introduction as always. And a big thank you to Marco for the introduction graphics. He has actually sent me some updates, but I didn't have enough time to completely go through and just modify everything on the system. As I said, it's been an action-filled day. It's been quite a beautiful day as well. There's been a lot of action in the markets, and I know a lot of people right now are really stressed and really worried because the first thing you see when you come on is you see red. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is known as a red day, where almost every single coin is in red. There's just the odd occasional one here and there that may have survived the wrath of Bitcoin, such as Zcash. We also have SNT and Chat. Haven't come across that before. But there are some odd coins here and there that have actually survived. So, as it is our tradition that we shall continue going on until the future, we have to update our banners. Now, if you guys remember, yesterday we ended with $1,305. And let's see what we're at today. It might actually be a little bit scary, guys. Okay? Might be a little bit scary. There we go. $1,066. So let's put that into our thing here. I believe this is not quite... there we go. $1,066 and a little few, every penny counts, and 57. Alright, we lost quite a bit of money last night, and aren't you one day off? Am I one day off? What is the date today? 6th?
5th for me.
Let's see,
well,
we started...
It matters where that person is. Are they in the EU by chance?
I think that may be... I think, yeah, it's okay. I just fixed it, apparently. Oh, I did it without knowing what I'm doing. It's very interesting because if we have a look, we went down 18%. And if we combine the losses of the last 2 days, that is a total of $442 overall. What happened? And why did it happen? And why are we so low? That is the story, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, don't know why that's not working. That is the story, ladies and gentlemen, of our dear friend Bitcoin. Bitcoin decided to go tumbling quite a bit, and that has actually hurt us significantly. So if we find where we were, gonna go across to here. I think we ended the stream yesterday about here somewhere. You guys can see how much of a drop that's taken, and it has been quite painful for a lot of people. But what does it actually mean? You know, what is happening? Well, in the last since we started the challenge, actually, we went from having about $9,400 per Bitcoin down to the bottom today of 66.25. So Bitcoin went down by 1/3. It's not really exactly 1/3, but it's approximately 1/3. And as a result, all of the other coins also went down by 1/3, which is why everything is red. How do we go about doing this then? You know, we're 3 days into the challenge. Sorry, not 3 days, we're 5 days or even 6 days into the challenge now. And we are down, let's calculate from our original amount. We are down, oops, that's even the wrong button there. There we go, equals to that one, minus that one. We are down $353, okay? So, yeah, guys, it's a little bit tough. Am I completely worried? Is this a big issue? Does it mean the challenge is going to fail? Not at all. Okay? Not at all. Does this mean that it's maybe going to be a little bit harder? Yeah, it will be maybe a little bit harder. But can we come back from this? Of course we can. This is the crypto markets, and the markets occasionally have big dips. And initially I was planning the challenge to start at the beginning of February, as that's when I kind of expected the market to recover. Now, unfortunately, once word got out that the market should be recovering, that the challenge is starting on the 1st of or 2nd of February, by that time it was, things weren't still confirmed, and I couldn't actually go through and delay it a little bit further. So we just started. Can we expect even more of a kind of downturn? It is very possible. It is very possible that we may see a little bit more red over the next few days. The market prognosis for now is very unclear. Nobody can provide a clear answer. Nobody can provide a clear analysis. Many people are saying that the worst is over and we are going back up. Some are saying that, the worst is still yet to come. What is the best thing to do? The best thing to do is to stay strong. Okay, there is no point in selling at a loss. And we're going to go through different strategies that we can take to at least minimize or make use of the dip as it exists currently. Yes, Damilon John is saying, very good point. Guys, anything related to this trading account, okay, I stop when the stream stops, and I don't touch it till the stream starts. Okay, so there are lots of actions that a person can take during the day, and in general, these are actions that I would take, but because they require that you're kind of there maybe a little bit more, okay, and we said we want to start this off at approximately 2 hours per day, so anyone can follow, and we can still show you guys how anyone, even with just 2 hours per day in the beginning, you can still make a lot of money, you can still learn how to trade, you can still go through and follow through everything. I haven't touched this account. It would have been very easy for me to come in halfway through the day when I saw Bitcoin was going down over here, and I knew when it was up here, I knew it would reach down about here. In fact, we thought it was going to reach a little bit lower. But instead of me coming in and clicking and making some buys and some sells and doing some stuff, and then maybe just sending out a tweet, and then somebody doesn't see the tweet till like 10 hours or 12 hours later, and then they come back, they're like, oh, Mr. Techie, man, that's not fair. You guys did some action and I was unable to do it, and now I've lost some money. You guys haven't, and now I'm down on my money. This is a scam. No, first of all, it's not really a scam. I mean, we haven't taken anything from you guys apart from time, but, you chose to invest this time. So nothing at all gets done on here when I'm off of stream. Are there things that you guys can potentially do? Yes, there are. But it all depends on when you are available and at what the market is doing at that point in time. Which is why, guys, we said, if you are not a member of the Discord server, you will find a link in the video description to the website with an invitation link to the Discord server. Go there and sign up to the Discord server, and there's a whole massive community there. And you can say to them, hey guys, I'm currently following the challenge. Is there anything that I can do right now to minimize the loss that I am making? I will probably be there. I am around there quite often. I am around there quite a lot of the day. And there will be other people as well who can help kind of guide you maybe on what to do and what not to do. Second point as well is that essentially right now everything in the market is on sale. Okay, so yesterday we had a look at a few coins, and we had a look at what they were worth previously, and then we had a look at what they're worth now, or what they cost now. They're still worth that previous price. And so essentially right now everything is on sale. Everything is massively on sale. What does that mean for us? That means that right now we are at a bit of a loss. However, the market will recover. The market always recovers. Okay. I don't ever remember any market that didn't actually recover. Sometimes some of them take longer than others. And I'm talking about any kind of market, whether it's financial, whether it's stocks, whether it's potatoes or anything. So we could potentially buy some things that are currently on offer, which is the most advisable thing to do. And Mr. CoinVX himself today came out and he suggested, I believe, from around 7,000 and a bit, guys, just start to buy. Don't wait for the bottom, just start to buy, because things are going to pick back up. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. It's the best strategy that you can do right now, is to just buy a little bit more and have a look at it. It may not go up tomorrow, it may not go up in a few days, but it will go back up. And if we buy while the things are super cheap right now, then we can potentially sell them at a larger profit than if we just hang around and wait for the market to recover. I'm just checking right now to see. Mr. Joseph Vega is saying, how did you know it would go that low when it was around 8,200? People did technical analysis on the market, not myself. People did technical analysis on the market, and they calculated that we would be expecting this dip. So that is why. Let's see. Nyquist saying, you mean you don't remember the great potato crash of 1473? Yeah, but that was in 1473, and how long did it take after 1473 for the potato industry to grow back? We had all the Irish farmers really going strong after the potato industry, all banding together and being, you know what guys, our potatoes aren't worth much, but let's go forth, let's put more potatoes, let's get amazing potatoes, let's spread them across the world. And what did they do? They made lots of money. Right, I'm going to check the questions right now on YouTube, just very quickly. Should we sell our alts and go into USDT? Nope, it's too late to do that. Hold, don't trade, not at a loss. It will go down to 5,500 level. If it breaks that, it will go down to 4,000. Then we could consolidate for years if it recovers. It's a little bit of a maybe extreme view. I don't personally agree in that. From anything that I've ever seen, if an asset suddenly becomes worth 1/3 of the price, and there's a very, very, very big chance that it's only going to be temporary, okay, then big investors buy into that. If an asset, okay, becomes 1/3 of its price due to a market crash, but there is a big chance that the market will recover, investors will buy into that. And we know that when there's more buyers than sellers, the market goes up. Just going through, guys, the market, yep, okay. Cryptocurrency Jeff saying, hey Techie, I love the streams. Why did you start the challenge on the 1st? Wouldn't it have been a good idea to have started now instead of being down 33% now? Yeah, but the challenge was already pre-arranged. It was already planned for the 1st, and there was a lot of potential that the market would have recovered by the 1st, but kind of 1 week before it was already looking like maybe we haven't completely recovered yet. So then, yeah, then it was a case of, okay, well, look, either we hang around and we sit there twiddling our thumbs till we believe the market has recovered, and then we jump in and then we try to make money, or we come in now and we take a little bit of a risk with the potential to lose a little bit of money in the short term, but then actually be there for when the whole big wave kicks off and we can make lots of money. So that was the reason why I didn't change the date from the start. Okay. I can see a few people actually answered that. Thank you very much, guys. Cryptocurrency Jeff saying, I don't think it would have been a big deal to change the date a couple of days to prevent people from losing 33% of their money, but hey, just my opinion. I agree with you, Jeff. I know it sucks. It really, really does. I don't like sitting here. You know, this is my own personal money in here, guys. You know, this in here is my own personal money. It's not like I just kind of pulled some money out of my ass or out of the air and kind of just threw it in there and thought, oh yeah, this will be fun. You know, I'm taking a hit on this as well. Not being able to trade with this is really painful for me. You know, kind of having to every day sit there and know that a part of my portfolio, you know, is kind of just going down and down and down, and there's nothing I can do to save it or do anything to help it, you know, because I'm sticking to the challenge. So, even a few days ago, there was a possibility that we would go down. It was a possibility that we would go down. It wasn't a certainty. And so the market has always got possibilities that can happen one way or the other. And so we chose to, let's just get on with it. Okay? As traders, you can't just sit there and suddenly go, you know what, I'm just not going to trade for 5 or 6 days. Well, you can, of course. This is everyone's right. This is everyone's choice, and some traders do it. But generally, you don't say, okay, I'm just going to sit there for 5, 10 days, 20 days, an uncertain amount of days, while I wait for the market to kind of fix itself. Because sometimes the market will be good for 2 days, but then it goes back to being bad again. So if you sit out that whole time, then you're going to be waiting around for nothing, you know. You're going to be waiting around for absolutely nothing to happen. So, what does all of this mean then? We are where we are. Okay? If you have lost money on this, then you have to realize one thing. This is only a temporary position. Every single trader who is in cryptocurrency, whether they have long holds or short holds, they have taken a hit over the last few days. No matter how much money you had, no matter how much you tried to protect yourself, unless you put every single asset that you have in cryptocurrency into USD Tether, you are at a loss. Okay? So, what do you do then? We soldier on. That's it. That's essentially it. Okay. If you are concerned about this, and you are really, really concerned about losing any more potential money, okay, then I would suggest sending a message in the chat on the Crypto Challenge part of the CoinVX server. Go to either Ask a Question or General Challenge Chat and ask a question there, and we will see how you can maybe pull out temporarily, and when the market recovers, then you can bring back in money. Okay, but don't worry about this. This is all temporary. Okay. How long does it typically take for a coin to bounce back to the previous price? For example, ICX back around to 0009, just as an average. I know it's impossible to know for certain. It's all going to base on how Bitcoin moves. Okay. The confidence in Bitcoin is currently the deciding factor in everything in the market. If people do not have confidence in Bitcoin, people do not have confidence in the alts, people do not have confidence in the technology, and therefore it goes down. What affects the confidence in Bitcoin and the confidence in the cryptocurrency market overall? Very interesting point that my colleague and team member Tim mentioned, that there's internal and there's external factors that can affect the price or the cryptocurrency world. And just as an example, guys, this here, okay, is one that came up today, and a lot of people started asking questions about it. A lot of people started going around, oh my god, it's all gonna crash, it's all gonna end, what are we gonna do? What are the titles here? Check this out. China enlists its great firewall to block Bitcoin websites. That's Fortune. Yeah, it's not a small place. It's not a small place, all right? It's a big media agency. CoinDesk. Report, China cutting access to overseas crypto trading. South China Morning Post. China to stamp out cryptocurrency trading completely with ban on foreign platforms. Okay. You guys get the general idea. That's what we just got to type in China Bitcoin. That's the headlines from today. Thank you again, Crypto Romeo, for giving me this snapshot, this screenshot, so I can use it. What does all of this mean? And this is actually a feature, guys, that we're going to try and do now on a daily basis, where we take the news from the day, and we go through it, and we attack it, and then we can get past it, and we can get back to trading. So, what is all of this about? Basically, China has decided that they wish to block access to external, not everything, not like this one, block Bitcoin websites. Okay, that's too much of a general title. They need to be very, very specific with that. China has enlisted its firewall and its filtering system to block the majority of non-Chinese trading exchanges. What does that mean? Well, it means that the Chinese trading exchanges are still fine. They're okay, they're still open, they're still working. And the foreign ones, not so much. Well, who's a Chinese one and who's a foreign one? Binance is Chinese. I believe, in fact, that they're based in Hong Kong, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and we can actually check that out a little bit. Let's go to exchange. Well, let's just go back to... There we go. I'm being told by someone it's Singapore. That will be interesting. I'm just showing you guys now how you can go through and find out this information. Assets for download. Okay, it's not quite here. I believe it is Chinese. I don't speak any Asian languages, so I couldn't actually read that and tell you guys. I do apologize for that. But yes, some people saying Chinese, some people saying Japanese, some people saying Singapore. Okay.
May I real quick? I believe they were Chinese originally, and then they moved to Japan after all the whole mining bans and crypto ban.
Okay. All right, that's great. So do I believe then that they will block access to Binance? No, I don't believe that they'll block access to Binance. I think this move that has been created by the government is to stop Chinese money leaving essentially the Asian markets. Right now, within the world of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all of that, there's a lot of talk about the Asian market and the non-Asian market. You know, the Asians have their coins, they have their stuff that they're coming up with, they have this, they have that, and the rest of the world has something else. I believe that this is a move. This is only my opinion, guys. Okay, take it with a grain of salt. I believe that the Asian market as a whole will be trying to band together to fortify their position, to be able to offer, you know, in a way, a better thing for both their local residents, but also the international market. There are a lot of exchanges that are based out of China. Okay, there are some that I am registered on. KuCoin is a very big one that I believe is Chinese. Again, I may be mistaken with this. I believe they are a Chinese exchange, and they have lots of coins on there. I'm trying to think of the other ones now. It's like when you come to think of them, they leave your mind. But there are still exchanges that will be used to exchange finances, okay, to trade in currency. Don't worry about it. It's completely fine, okay? So why are they actually going ahead and blocking this stuff? As I said, it's probably to do that, to fortify their position. But does this actually affect the traders? I saw a very interesting link earlier. I should have left it open, but unfortunately I closed it. Let's see if I can find it again. And there we go. Okay. This is a report by somebody called Crypto Godfather on Twitter. Thank you, Tim, for sharing this with me and bringing it to light. Apparently, Crypto Godfather wrote a very nice document all about the Chinese, well, everything about China and crypto, as you can read here. And he goes through a lot of the points, a lot of the history of what China has done, and a lot of what the results of the stuff have been. Goes into quite a bit of detail. Okay, why do the Chinese love crypto? What is the effect of China's thing on the you know, on the economies? So yeah, I mean, when I say, guys, that there's a Chinese exchange, you got to be aware that a lot of them aren't actually located in China for various reasons, such as the Great Exchange Ban of 2017. Some of them moved abroad. But there's one very key thing here, guys, that I wanted to highlight. If I can locate it again. And he said, here we go. The Foreign Exchange Ban 2018. The rating, whatever. This doesn't mean anything. I personally always use a VPN, and I can guarantee any traders from China are doing so too. Chinese can still access the website. It's just simpler people who don't know of VPNs who cannot. So, essentially, all of that rubbish is essentially rubbish. The movements in the market are not probably going to be due to that. There will be a lot of people who are going, oh my god, China's going to ban crypto again and we can't do anything. Don't worry about it, okay? There's always shit like this that gets spread in the news, okay? Any day of the week, you can come and you can go to... I was going to open Reddit, but then you guys would see my Reddit account, and I don't quite want to share that with you yet. I can actually do that. There we go. Okay, I guess not. I don't know. Alright, then what are we going to do? We are now... we can go, I guess, to Google, but again, accounts. It's a little bit difficult to do this, guys, when there's like accounts and stuff over here, and you guys can have a look and the techie that buys on Amazon.de. Ooh, very interesting. I'm going to be a little bit careful now. You can go to Google. You can search under anything. You can go into anything at all, and you can actually basically just do whatever you want. You will always find some shit around. You will always find some rubbish that happens, and yeah. Don't trust the news. Just come into the server and ask for someone's professional opinion on what they believe the news is about. Okay? Don't trust the stuff that's out there. So we're going to do this once a day. We're going to take the articles that happen, and we are going to go through and just kind of kill them off if they are true rumors, or bring them to light if they are not false rumors. Unfortunately today everyone on the team is a little bit busy, so I've kind of been left a little bit on my own. Yep, thank you, Viewer Island. I do actually have that. I just sometimes forget to switch to it, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, I do need to remember to switch over to that. Yeah, and spiled as well. Yep, I do actually have a guest account somewhere over here, but yep, I don't know why I forget to open it up. It's always before the stream. There's a bit of a rush that causes me to go absolutely crazy. So we're gonna leave this like this now. What do we do? Ah, yes, I almost forgot. So today we had the market going down quite a bit. Right now everything is super cheap. And in order to ensure that we make the best out of this whole thing, we are going to go through, and we currently have Walton, we have Icon, and we have Ripple. And we're going to add a little bit more to what we hold, okay? Because they are super ridiculously cheap. So let's go to Basic Exchange, because you guys always like the basic ones. I should open up the balance here just so we have a rough idea of what we have. Alright, we have Bitcoin at 6977. We'll say it's at 7, so we're going to buy, we'll try and split it over 2, 0.02, 0.02, 0.02. We're going to add a little bit onto each of our stacks, and we're going to keep a little bit in reserve. Smash that like button, folks, just saying. Oh, okay, thank you, Romeo, for that. Oops, what are we going to do? We have our favorite ones up here. We click on favorites. We have Walton. If you guys remember, yesterday we bought some Walton at 29882, and today it's down to 25173. Now, it was as cheap as 2.1 at one point. My goodness me, that is absolutely cheap as chips. What are we gonna do? 25264. I'm gonna open up Bitcoin in another tab. This is the point when I would say to Wes or Jacklo, hey guys, how is the TA on Bitcoin looking? But as they're both unable to be here today, I have to go through and do this myself. And as I've mentioned to you guys quite a few times, I am not directly a TA guy. I have a look at the charts and I analyze things for myself. So I'm gonna delete some lines that I was drawing earlier to work out some things. And please don't follow this yet, guys. As I said, we will be doing a TA week. I'm just waiting to find someone who will be willing to come along and do all of the TA sessions. So we were previously going down to 6733. We haven't broken through there yet. And I believe that there is a large there's a large account here, 6625, which is where we reached earlier on. This is the bottom of the dip from earlier on today. We came down and we literally reached 6625 USDT per BTC. Now, there is talk that we are still expecting this dip to come back down and cross below this line. So, I'm going to do something a little bit interesting right now. I want to hedge my bets, okay? So previously we reached 21,900 Satoshis per Walton. What are we going to do? We are going to come in and we are going to put a little bit of a thing. I'm not quite going to go down to the bottom there because we may end up just moving sideways for a few days, and sideways movement is when the market just kind of moves a little bit sideways. If we compare Bitcoin, it came down, went up, went sideways, came back down a bit, and now it's bouncing back up. Okay? If we look at Walton, it did the same. Came down, and then it just moved sideways, which was very interesting. It didn't jump back up. So, if I am correct, 830. 830. Okay. Walton is not quite moving with Bitcoin. Like, the graph does not quite match up with Bitcoin. So what I'm going to say is on Walton, I'm going to put in some orders starting from 24,000, and I'm going to go a little bit kind of as far down as maybe 23,000. Okay, I'm going to put in a few orders, okay, starting from 24,000 down to 23,000. Why? Because even though Bitcoin went up and then came back down again, Walton hasn't really come back that much down again since it stayed up. So it's a very strong coin, and I don't think we're going to see it going down too much. So I'm going to put some buys. We have 24,222. I like the number 2. It's kind of my lucky number. And we will purchase maybe, looking through here, we've got a balance of 24222. If we purchase 10, so let's put in here, we're going to buy 4 at 24222. We're going to buy 4 at 24022. So buy 2 again. We are going to buy at 23822. We're going to buy 2 there. And I think that should be enough for Walton right now. Okay, so we're going to pick up another 6 Walton. That should bring our total up to 17. Now, these will only trigger if the price goes down that much. Okay. Why did I put the price down that low? Again, I'm having a look at how Bitcoin is moving. I know that Bitcoin should technically go down a little bit further. Okay. And then it will potentially go back up again. So I am preempting that move of Bitcoin by placing my orders lower than the current price of where we are. Okay, does everyone understand that? Is that clear for everyone as to why we are placing these buys here? Okay, while you guys type in, I'm going to move on because of the delay in the stream. Okay, now we're going to have a look at ICX. So ICX actually did the same. It kind of went down, bounced back up, and hasn't really dipped back down again, which is very interesting that a lot of these coins haven't dipped back down as much. So I'm going to do the same thing with ICX. We currently have 39. I think we're going to go for, let's have a look at, maybe we'll start at 41.50. I'll go 41.52. Let's pick up 5 ICX at that price. Okay, and then we go down to 41.32 and pick up, how much did we pick up? We can pick up 4. And then 41.12, we're going to pick up another 4. Okay. Guys, I know I know a lot of people are suggesting other great coins to pick up right now. Unfortunately, though, we don't want to diversify too much. We don't want to go into too many new alts. Okay. After yesterday, I decided that anytime that we buy into a coin, we got to do the full spiel about it. What is the coin? What is it based for? What is it under? What does it do? What is it ABCD? All of that kind of stuff. And so, you know, I don't want to just go through and do that now because it may take a while to go through and explain all of those things. And I like you guys to hear other people's opinions as well as my own about a coin. You know, so it's not just, hey, Techie said this coin is amazing, but everyone else is saying it's shit. You know, we gotta try and find a good balance of that. So that's why I won't be picking up any other coins right now. XRP is actually very interesting because it only dropped 1% today compared to so many other coins that dropped a lot. All right, so XRP is definitely a very strong coin. Are we going to see it drop a lot more than where it is right now? I honestly don't think so. It's already cheap as chips. It's at 68 cents. I believe this was $3 not too long ago. So we're talking about it's practically free. Again, I'm going to add a little bit more to our stack. Come here. I'm going to look at approximately, I'm just looking at where it previously went down to and where it previously hit, and trying to work out. I'm going to put in from 97 down to 96. So 97.02. We're going to pick up 30. I'm going to buy 30 XRP. Oop. And then we can go down to 90. Guys, I'm putting these in very conservatively and very safe. Okay? I'm putting them in so that you guys, you know, if we don't dip down that much, we can still buy some and still ride it up. Again, I'm not doing anything once we've put in these orders. You know, I'm not going to come back tomorrow and adjust them. 96.72. Pick up another 30. Okay, 96.72. We can go up to 96.52, and then why not just put in like 70, just as a nice order. All right, so these are our open orders. Okay, we have quite a lot of them, guys, and this here is called layering in the buys. Joseph Vega saying, why didn't you set the buy order for the low it hit today? That's a very good question. Essentially because Bitcoin hit a low, and then if you have a look, we got quite close to it. So Bitcoin actually dropped a lot more than the alts have dropped so far. Whereas on the alts, a lot of them haven't quite dropped down, you know, the same percentage again. They are still holding up to their higher positions after they jumped back up. This leads me to believe that if Bitcoin was to jump down 10%, these coins might not jump down 10% again. You know, they will maybe potentially just be hovering around, maybe dip a little bit more. Plus, we don't want to be too greedy, okay? If you can be, of course, too greedy, where you think, oh no, I know it's going to go all the way down, so I'm just going to buy once it's all the way down. And then you miss out because, you know, it may not dip that low. We may not come all the way back down to this point here. We may have to hover back up again. We may have to do some other things. So I'm being a little bit safe. I'm being a little bit cautious, and if it does dip lower, then we have bought back in, and if it doesn't dip lower, then, you know, it's not an issue. Joseph Vega saying, but what if BTC hits mid 5k like John predicts? And then it hits mid 5k, and we will be holding some coins, and we still have, guys, okay, even if I refresh this now, we got to look at available balance this time. Okay, not here. We still have quite a bit of Bitcoin ready to buy some more things if we dip lower. So that is why we are hedging a bet that between now and this time tomorrow, it should have gone back down to the previous point where it was at. It may be a bit lower, but it also may be a bit higher. So we are just being very careful to try and maximize things without taking too much risk. Nyquist saying, can you please show the orders again? Of course, I'll put them on screen while I read. I can't make that any bigger. While I read the questions. What if BTC hits my mid 5k? We've done that. You can recheck video. Also, side question: how much of your BTC stack are left on the Binance account? I just showed you that. I can show it again to you. I will scroll down so whoever wants to see this can see this. Guys, again, don't copy the trades exactly. Check it out for yourself. Work it out for yourself. You got to understand why we're doing this and how we're placing the orders. And a comment, guys. You know, there's been a lot of drama going on today. To be frank and honest with you guys, apparently some users were extremely upset that they lost money during the challenge, and I just want to address that. Just to take a moment. The market is pretty bad. Okay, if you had done any kind of trades over the last few days, you would have lost money. We actually haven't lost that much money. You know, a lot of the coins that we chose ended up being quite profitable, and we did make a profit in a couple of days where most people were actually losing money. You know, we made a profit. And then yesterday we didn't really make a profit, and today we made a bit more of a loss. Okay. But overall, we were on the uptrend when a lot of people were still going down. What does that mean? It means that today I had a little bit of an issue of people saying that the trades that I am doing are ridiculous, that the trades that I am doing are stupid, that I don't know how to trade because putting in trades like this is ridiculous. Techie, why are you buying those coins? They're really shit, they're really this, they're really that. Guys, I am trading here in a way that you guys can follow and you guys can understand. This is not my traditional trading method. Now you may be going, but Techie, why don't you just tell us your traditional trading method? Because you guys need to learn how to trade. I can't just go out there and start to show you crazy stuff that I do, okay, without actually you understanding the basics. We are doing this as a journey to learn and a journey to gather information and knowledge and to share with each other. Does that mean that there's a trader better than me out there? Hell yeah, I'm far from being the best trader in the world. Seriously. Does that mean that there are some people in the actual challenge that are making more money than we are making right now? Of course there are. There are definitely, and you guys know who you are. There are some people here who are coming to the challenge, okay, checking out what we're doing, learning some stuff, and then going back and spending a few hours a day applying it and making very good amounts of money. Okay, so just to again reiterate, I'm taking very basic trades here. I'm putting in very basic systems to show you guys and to tell you how the stuff is done. Okay? If you are not confident in the way the market is right now, you are more than welcome to just watch and just learn. And then when the market picks back up, you can start to put in money. Okay? Yeah, I just got a message reminding me of that fact. Thank you very much, sir. You are answering my questions as you answer previous questions. Lost money. You don't lose until you sell. Yeah, guys. You know, the only time you lose money is when you sell at this price. Okay? If I give you a bag of chips, okay, and I say to you, hey man, in 1 year, this bag of chips, or sorry, you know, tomorrow you can sell this bag of chips for $1. Okay? It's a nice fancy packet of chips. But then you go to the supermarket in the morning and it's 50 cents. And you're like, shit man, do I have to sell my bag of chips for 50 cents now? It's on offer. No, you have a bag of chips. Doesn't matter what the price is there. Unless you want to buy more chips, it doesn't matter. It's a special offer. It expires. And then tomorrow you can go and you can sell the pack of chips or whatever it is for the same price again. Okay, so, you know, this is how it works, guys. Don't think of it as, oh my god, I have to sell now at this price. No, it's just temporarily your balance is a little bit down. Whoop-de-doo. Okay? It's a pain in the ass for some people, and if you really suffer with this, guys, just come and talk to us. Okay? So, am I, you know, suffering? Yeah, my portfolio's in quite red, but I'm not worried about it because I know the market will pick back up. I know that the trades that I'm doing these days will actually allow me to amplify my money as the market comes back up. So, I think maybe I got a little bit off topic there. I do apologize.
I'll just step in really briefly too and just say, like, you know, you guys are ever feeling a bit nervous about the market or anything, just like go back and look at the charts like historically, and when we have kind of these big dips, it's quite resilient. So just have that kind of confidence in it, and you know, we'll get through this no matter what.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, essentially this then is what we're going to be doing. This is how we will be trading. We are not afraid. We are going to be continuing to accumulate, to keep on adding to our assets as the market is down. And then once the market recovers, you guys are going to see why we did this. And, you know, if anyone is, again, if you're worried or you're afraid or anything, then let us know what happens. I've got a message here from Fred saying, why did you go all in the 1500 USDT at day one of the challenge instead of keeping some for possible dips? Because it was a decision at the time. I transferred in the funds in Litecoin. It wasn't quite 1500. We ended up with 1420, but that's okay. We'll still make it to our target. Why didn't we keep some in USDT? Because this whole thing of pulling out into USDT, guys, it is okay if you have absolute certainty, okay? But over the last few days, there has been a lot of doubt as to whether this dip will happen or it won't happen. So instead of pulling out and just hanging around, doing nothing, and potentially then having to buy back Bitcoin at a higher price, we decided to stay in USDT. And I discussed it with the guys in the team, and I believe we all agreed, yes, we should just stay in USDT. We should just stay in Bitcoin and not go any further than that. And that's what we did. Okay. Let's see if there's any other questions. Banu saying, I like the coins which you chose because if these coins go down, they won't be blockchain. Yep, guys, all of the coins that we chose are extremely strong coins. You know, we haven't chosen any crazy little weak coins that potentially may not recover after this. So, yeah, it's okay. Joseph saying, like we started with 1400, right? Buy $700 worth of alts. Yes, we did. As a general rule, do I buy in with half of my present stack? No. As a general rule, we always keep some in reserve, and because it was the first few days that we were buying in, we decided to keep half of it in reserve, and then you know, see how the market goes over the next few days, and add onto our Ripple, add onto our Icon, and add onto our Walton. And that worked out perfectly. Could you guys imagine if we had bought everything on the first day? This is the wisdom of always keeping a little bit of backup. Okay. Wentz saying, last night I didn't go into USDT and I stayed in BTC. I was still able to go shopping this morning. It's not always smart to go into USDT. Exactly. Guys, I have to tell you, I have been caught out with this USDT BTC thing quite a few times. Okay? Sometimes, unless you know with absolute certainty which way the market is going to go, you can't, you know? Sometimes it's better just to stay a bit in BTC maybe, and a bit in USDT to be able to take a position, to be able to buy something or sell something in the market. So, yeah, that's it. Fred saying, not to judge your decision at all, was wondering, could have like bought in 1000 USDT, kept 500 possible for dips or so. Yeah, we could have started with 1000, but we wanted to start the challenge with 1500, and so just 50% was an easy calculation at the time, and it kind of worked out like that after we bought the alts. Like, I didn't sit there and calculate exactly 50% on a calculator and buy in according to that. Just a rough estimate. Damilon started saying, I started with 100% as well, but after the dip started, then I sold and pulled out and was only putting some back. Techie is right. You can end up being on the wrong side of a trend. It happens. I think every good trader has once upon a time been caught on the wrong side of a trend, or has been caught in a position that they're like, uh-oh, I'm stuck now. Every good trader has had this. And it's how you react when you're in that position that defines whether you are a good trader or whether you just pull out and you make losses and then you come back later on and you have to buy at a higher price. So, I don't think you should correlate stocks and BTC. They're not linked yet. But that is an interesting thing, Fred. So some people are mentioning that the stock markets themselves are quite low. I'm going to come here now and go to Dow Jones. Let's see. The Dow Jones is down like quite a bit. Okay, it's 4.6%. It's nothing. This is nothing. But a lot of people complaining and moaning about this. Okay, a lot of people saying, "Oh my God, it's gonna be like hell, man." It is a big hit for the Dow Jones to go down 1,000 points. Like in crypto, if we go down 20% in one day, we're like, it's all right, it will recover. For them going down 5% is like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Has this affected crypto in some ways? Potentially. I'll be honest with you guys, potentially. If traders and investors themselves are not confident in markets overall, then it is possible. So what we can do just quickly is we can come through and we can have a look at, let's have a look at maybe the NASDAQ. We can, let's just go to now. We can come to market and we can come here and we can see NASDAQ today is down 3.78%. Okay, so NASDAQ is down 3.78. Basically every single market in the last few days. In fact, we can check out that graph. It looks quite nice. I like these fancy graphs that they put in. A little bit small, but let's zoom in by the power of Google. Scroll down for you guys. Hello, chart. So the NASDAQ has taken a bit of a hit today. The Dow Jones has taken a bit of a hit today. The potato market probably has taken a bit of a hit today. Today is a market red day. Are they tied together and do they affect things? To some degree, yes. Investors like to look at markets as a whole. There may be some major international issue that is impending or coming in or whatever it is that we normal people aren't aware of. But do I believe that's why crypto has dipped so low? No, I don't believe that. If the tab kind of fixes itself. Hello. Do I believe that what we see on the charts here today is directly related to the stock markets? No. Do I believe that it may be affecting it a little bit? Possibly. It might affect it a little bit, but it's not due to it. We were due for a major correction from when we reached the all-time high of Bitcoin just a few short weeks ago, in fact, or even a month and a couple of months ago, just over a couple of months ago. So, yeah, we have been expecting a major correction, and this is our correction. Maybe we are being pushed down a little bit lower than we should have been because of the markets. That's possible, but is it certain? No, you don't know anything for certain in these worlds. Okay, I'm just going to quickly go through what is going on here. Okay, quite a few random comments on that. Let me have a look on YouTube and see what there is. Last night I didn't go to you. We read that. Thank you very much, Bishop, for your kind comment, sir. Okay, what's the balance on the challenge account today? Rufus, you can... Oh, I'll just open that for you. We're down to 10,666. In fact, if we refresh this as well, we may have even dipped a little bit lower since we started. It's okay. We are down. The market is down. Are we worried? No. Is it going to go back up? Yes. How soon will it go back up? We don't know, but it should start to pick back up very, very quickly. What are we doing in the meantime? We are buying some coins. We are taking some trades. What does this mean for everyone? If you are uncertain, if you have extra stress because looking at the balance is making you nervous, is making you nauseous, is making you upset, come and speak to us, please. Okay? Don't worry about it. Markets go down and they go up all the time. This is just a difficult position. What does this mean for the challenge? Absolutely nothing. It just means we got to work a little bit harder. We got to make money, a little bit quicker, and that's it. Are we still on track for our target? Yeah, we still got a long way to go. If we reach about 5 months, guys, and we're still, not quite there, then I'll tell you guys, we may not be making this. And, nothing is guaranteed. We never guaranteed we're going to make $250,000. We always said that's our target. We may reach it. If we don't reach it, we'll try and get as close as possible. And based on that, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any more questions, I will take them quickly. Otherwise, I will be cutting the stream. We haven't been going for too long today, so it's a nice quick session. So, any questions? Grizz, Dave, are you still around, sir?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
Sorry. Do I have any questions? No, I am good, but I've been trying to hop into Discord where possible and answer where Damelon was not already beating me to it.
Oh, Damelon
Thank you
is
for that,
amazing.
buddy, by the way.
And Greyland, of course, on YouTube as well, coming in with the
That guy
amazing
too.
answers. We got an amazing team, guys, of just people who are helping out and really contributing to this project. I love you all. I have a lot of respect for you, and I really, really appreciate all the things you do. Shake saying, Techie, why are you so awesome? I'm not awesome, dude. I just... I believe in sharing a lot of stuff. I believe if you know something and somebody else can make use of it, then you should try and share it as much as possible. And that's why this whole thing is coming out. I don't believe in profiting off of knowledge, to be honest. Kind of a bit of a... I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, I believe knowledge belongs to the people. People power!
I personally think you get your power from your shaved head, but...
I do, guys. It's when I shave the head, I've got like one of these special LED lights in my office, and it has like one of these wireless chargers in there, and it just kind of like charges up via the baldness of my head. So if you ever hear me being tired, it's probably because I haven't shaved my head in a few days. All the ones saying, how did you work out $1,500 to $250,000? Okay, guys, I can do that calculation for you. That's a very interesting one. It's all about compounding gains, okay? And I think maybe this will be the last thing that we cover for the end of the session. So, what is compounding gains? We're going to start here. We're going to put in day 1, okay? Now, a year is 365 days. 6 months, okay, equals to... 6 months is 182 or 183 days, okay? So we're going to take this down, and we're going to click, and we're going to drag this all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, till we reach, I don't know, 187. Oh, that was a close enough one. All right, so if we start day 1, okay, we'll start with 10. We'll start with 1,000. It's just a nice round number, okay? Day 2, okay, what is compounding gains? So say on day 1, you made 2% profit, okay? When you come to day 2, actually, I'll do this as a nice calculation. Start, profit amount, end, okay? So, say for example, we make, I think the calculation we did was 2.7%. And to write that as a percentage in Excel, you need to do 0.0. So the first 0 is 100%, that is 10, and then 2, you don't put a second point, and you just put 7. So that there is 2.7%, and if we click the percentage symbol, perfect. So we will do this. I've got the wrong keyboard here. Oh, got the wrong keyboard again. So I want to work out that multiplied by 2.7% gives me $27 profit, okay? Which means at the end of the day, I have $1,000 plus my profit. Now, I'm going to just do something quickly so that we can drag this down very easily. If you put a dollar, well, I can show you guys. If we take this one and we move it down, it comes up with an error because now it's asking for D2, which is this cell here, but we want it to go back to D1. So how do we tell it to always take from D1 and to never move D1? You put a dollar before the letter and a dollar before the number. And then anytime you move this down, that value does not change. I can move it all the way down here. Now look at C4. C4 down here is now C14, but this guy here is still D1. Okay, so how does compounding gains work? It's a very, very simple thing. It works with compounding interest and compounding gains. You start the day with 1,000. You make 2.7% profit, which is $27, which means then that you end the day with 1,027. Now, this guy here is the start of the day. He's always going to be equal to the end. And we're always going to make a profit. But instead of only making $27 profit, because we're starting with a larger amount on that day, we're actually making an extra 73 cents. Okay? And then I can come down and I can drag this one down. And you can see how in 2 days we went up 54%. Now I'm just going to drag these down, okay? Day by day. And you can see how this number here, in fact we can do that just to make it into dollars, make it a little bit easier to calculate. You can see now how we went from $1,000 to almost 1,100 in just 3 days. And we can keep on going down, okay? Something is not quite right here, is it? No. Nope, that is my mistake, sorry. I need to just select these two, okay? And bring this down, okay? By the end of day 4, we're at 112, and we can go all the way down. Now a month is 30 days, on average. If you start with $1,000, by the end of the month, you've doubled your money and a little bit more. How else can we do this? We can drag this all the way down, guys. Every day we're just adding 2.7%. We're reinvesting our original amount from the day before, sorry, the amount from the day before. We're adding 2.7% to it. We're going up. So we started off making $27 a day. Within 1 month, we're making almost 60. Let's go all the way down now. It's very easy, guys, to do like a quick calculation, but I want to actually show you guys. Okay? And there we go. Okay? So we'll do day 180, 185. I think it's the 6-month mark. Okay? So by starting off with $1,000, guys, okay, if you make an average, and you only need to make an average, it doesn't have to be every single day, it doesn't have to be exact. No, that one's not $1. Okay, you don't have to make it every single day, but if you do this, then when you're going down every single day, you're getting more and more money. You went from making $27 per day to, let's take 2 months. In 2 months, you're making 130. In 3 months, you're making 280, 10 times what you were making just 2 months ago per day. And let's take day 120. You've doubled it. In the space of 1 month, you doubled what you were making. And this is how it works. So let's put in our start amount of $1,500. And again, I believe I calculated it as 2.7%. I originally created this as a doing it on a weekly basis, 22.5% on a weekly basis. So $1,500, and as you scroll down, it comes to $207,000. So I think maybe we did it a little bit more than 2.7%. I'm going to adjust it to 2.8. Remember, guys, I'm going to copy this and paste it. Okay, let's go up and make that 2.8%. I want you guys to see how much of a difference such a tiny percentage can make. Okay, there's a difference of $41,000. Okay, so I think we calculated it based on 2.8%. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how this whole thing is happening. Compounding your gains. And you guys saw just changing 0.1% how much of a difference it can make after 6 months. Okay, is this possible? It's very easy. We've got Damilon in here. Damilon, I think you did some calculations a few days ago and you were making some good gains on your portfolio, is that correct? And I think somebody else as well was doing some calculations and they were coming out with some good average daily percentages. I'm just waiting to see if it was Damilon. I believe it was Damilon. Yep, he's up 12% so far. Okay, so 12% in 3 days in this type of market. Okay, making these percentages very easy. Okay, it's not easy as in anyone can do it in their sleep. No, it still requires hard work, but it's very possible to achieve them. Okay, it's very, very possible to come through and make this on an average per day. A lot of traders make this on an average per trade. Okay, and sometimes you just need to step back and you need to actually look at the numbers and calculate your percentages to work out what track you're on. There are a lot of traders who don't track their percentages. And these are the type of traders who come to you, they're like, yeah, I made like 5 grand yesterday. And you're like, yeah, but what percentage is that? Because if you made 5 grand, but you had like, you know, $1 million, then you made nothing. You made like .nothing%. It's meaningless. You don't have growth. You're making dollar value. But at the end of the day, do you just care about the dollar value? Or do you want to actually go through and, you know, and continuously increase your value? Do you want your money to keep on amplifying? After 6 months, are you going to pull out all of this money and decide that's it? Or are you maybe going to take out a little bit and then reinvest the rest of the money in there? It's a choice everyone has to make. Which is why I always say, guys, which is why on here, in the daily chart, I look at this percentage. Which is why in the trades, I look at this percentage. Which is why in the weekly, we're going to be looking at percentages. So that we can aim for this number right here, this magical little number, as our average. Okay? We want to achieve this average, because if we do, we're going to be way on track to making this. Okay? Even if we start down and we go all the way down to $1,000. Okay? How much is that going to make us? 165,000. What happens though if we bump that up to say 3.5% profit? Which again is very, very possible. Okay? Now let's see how this calculation has gone. Holy mother, if we go 3.5%, we're smashing this target. We're reaching $580,000. Do you guys now appreciate the value of calculating in percentage? Do you appreciate why we're doing this? Do you appreciate why I'm not worried? I put in $1,000 here. Okay? And we're going for 3.5%. That's fine. There are going to be days, guys, where we make 15% in one day. But there will also be days where we make minus 10%. And the idea is to get a good average, okay? A good average. So we can come through and we can make our target and everybody can learn how to do it for themselves. Okay, I don't want people just to come in here and be like, hey, what do I buy? Do I sell? Do I do this? Yeah. And then after 6 months, what have you learned? I'm not going to be here after 6 months, guys, to kind of, you know, yeah, I'm not going to be here to be like, okay, guys, you need to buy this. Okay, guys, you need to sell that. No. After 6 months, guys, I'm going to take a long, well-deserved holiday. All right? It's going to be a big break for me. I'm going to be, that's it. You know, I did my thing for the community for 6 months, and so I'm going to take a break for 6 months, and then maybe the next year I'll be back with something else, or maybe I won't be back, or whatever it is. We don't know. We never know what the future holds. But I know that right now I have the health, and I have the time, and I have the capacity to pass on this information to you guys. I'm still learning a lot of stuff as well to do with crypto. Don't think I'm a crypto god, or a crypto guru, or a crypto expert, or anything like that. No, I'm learning a lot of stuff as well. But I'm passing along to you guys what I know. I'm passing along what I am learning, and I'm translating all the gobbledygook and all the crazy terminology and all the crazy stuff and all the insane tactics to you guys, so you too can learn them and understand them. So, yeah, this is why, guys. Linda saying, is it realistic to be going all in every trade to make 3% per day, especially later on in the challenge if our stacks are much larger? Later on in the challenge, okay, guys. So there is the term day trading. There are two different types of traders. There are traders who buy with the intention of holding for a long term, and there are investors who only care about the short term and they don't care about how anything goes in the future. The second type is more profitable, but it requires a lot more action. Okay. And the first type is it's safer. You buy some coins and you end up having them for a year and they go up in value slowly. I don't believe in following either one of those two extremes. I believe in finding something in the middle. I believe in finding a balance between the two. Some short-term trading, some long-term trading, and we will get into that. Right now, we're not really doing any long-term trading because we need to focus on increasing our funds right now. And trying to do long-term trading right now is not really a good idea. You're going to buy something, it maybe goes up 10% in a month. You're not going to hit your targets at all. Okay? But yeah, people could, halfway through the challenge, they could decide, no, I just want to carry on with the day trading style. I'm not going to hold anything. I'm just going to keep on going on, and make a lot of money. And of course, never ever go all in on one trade. You guys know that. I've warned you before. We'll have a 250k party at the end. Yeah, guys, we will do a big party. And halfway throughout the year, we'll also do some gatherings and some meetups in various locations. So Techie, any comments on the US regulatory meeting tomorrow? No, it's a meeting. They're going to propose some random stuff. Until they have the meeting and they decide what they're going to do, I would say don't read up about it. Don't worry about it. There's proposals and there's stuff they're going to talk about. Let's see what they say. I'm holding a festival in 2019. Sticks. Okay, that would be great. Sticks. We spoke earlier, I believe. If I had 10k, I would always have like 2.5k or so. I'm not quite understanding that. Right, I don't think I missed anything else. Now switching over to Discord chat. Joseph Vegas saying, sorry, I keep on calling it Johnny. Joseph Vegas saying, if I make it to $500,000, you've got a place to stay whenever I'm living in the US. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. It's very kind of you to offer. I will book a flight in your holiday location to buy you a drink. Thank you, guys. Guys, if this works out, there's only one thing I'm going to ask of you. You go out and you spread the knowledge too, okay? You learn, you take what you learn here and you try and you teach someone else. Okay? Whether you're teaching them about crypto or whether perhaps you're teaching them how to use an Excel or a Google spreadsheet, or perhaps you're teaching them how to research. We're going to be going into how to research ICOs, how to research what a coin is, how to research all of this stuff. You're going to be learning a lot of new skills. So whatever you learn, you can just go through and you can teach it to someone else. Thanks, Techie. Thank you guys for the comments. I will say, and I think most of them think the same, we appreciate all you're doing, Mr. Techie. I really thank you very much, Mr. Music. I really appreciate that. Nyquist enjoying the voice. Looking forward to this every day. Cheers. Yeah, so thank you guys. I think that's it then. I don't see any other questions. I know Grizz, he mentioned that he might not be on as much. Do you want to say something?
No, honestly, I've been kind of quiet because I didn't want to disturb your flow. But no, just as Techie said, we appreciate all the support and still look forward to what it will still be quite a long journey. But we'll see how it goes along the way, and there's gonna be lots of different sessions and lots of stuff to learn still. So we're just getting started.
We're just getting started, guys. We're gonna cover different types of swing trading. Did you guys know there's different types of swing trading? There's lots of different types of swing trading. There's lots of different types of trading and accumulating and reading the charts and reading the candles and literally doing short swings, or short-term investments, where you're doing it for 1 day, and no matter what the price is in 1 day, you're selling. Do you know that there's a trading strategy like that? You buy an item that you know is going to go up potentially a little bit, and no matter what the price is, you sell it, whether it's going to carry on going up or not. You set a timer, 24 hours, it's sold. There's a lot of these different types of strategies and stuff that come from lots and lots of different markets. And we're going to try and work with some of them and teach you guys the various ones so you can find one that works best for you, and then you can stick to it, and then we can accelerate and we can carry on moving forward. All right, guys, so that's it from us. And thank you. We will see you tomorrow night. And so have a good evening, have a good night, and let's hope for some green tomorrow. Take care.
Au revoir. Have a good one, guys.